Folks, here we are, Friday the 13th, and I'm all set to give some very important updates. It's really interesting to watch the silver market these days. It's almost like we had an earthquake and there's aftershocks afterwards, these rapid pullbacks in price. But I guess, in my view, the resounding support that silver's seen over the past couple of weeks since the big fall, what was it, early February, I think, is actually quite remarkable. I can't think of too many times where I've seen, at least in my lifetime, seeing that kind of support, that bounce back. And there seems to just be a persistent, um, buying support there. We're in price discovery phase, guys. Everybody knows that. As soon as it broke out of the previous all-time high, which was just around $50 or so, call it, silver's been trying to find its new home, and quite frankly, in my view, building a steady base and then rising from there is always better than seeing these asymptotic increases in price. You almost always see a pullback with those. So, I think we're in a good position here. I'm feeling pretty good about things. Other metals are moving. We're starting to see, copper's been up for the year, but zinc is also moving now. And quite frankly, mining is in vogue. We're seeing a lot of capital starting to return to the space. Are we at the top of a bull market? No, absolutely not. This is early innings. We've really only seen capital and the interest in mining show up just in the past, few months, really, call it. So, how could you say this is we're at the peak of a bull? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay. But I think one of the things that I'm seeing is, an increasing flow of money into exploration companies, which is good. It's encouraging to see, and I'm going to talk about a few stories today. These companies need money to do their work and, quite frankly, get back to work in some cases. One of the companies I mentioned maybe a month or two ago, BCM Resources, one of my favorite companies. They have a discovery. They have a bona fide discovery underneath the pediment out here in southwest Utah at Thompson Knolls. Look, Thompson Knoll is basically a buried porphyry skarn system that was discovered through a combination of geophysical work and really a lot of very good scientific work done by Sergey and other folks, including folks out of the Colorado School of Mines. And at this point, the company needs to get back to drilling and chasing down the vector, basically the follow-up work that's needed to follow up on the discovery that they made and announced in I think May 2023, I think it was. So here we are, over 2 years later, but they're going to get back to work. In fact, I caught this photograph of Sergey riding his horse across the desert out there. He's back in the saddle. Okay, we made sure Sergey has some cash in the bank and he can get his drills out there and start drilling again. And yes, we did. We being a pool of very close supporters of Sergey and BCM pulled our resources together and have basically helped them finance the company so they can get back to work. And that's great. We're going to see an exciting story develop as they drill this year.